Are we living in a simulation? Introduction. Have you ever wondered if everything you see, feel, and experience might not be real? What if everything around us, people, stars, even your memories, is nothing more than a simulation created by an advanced civilization? Are we just characters in a cosmic game? From ancient philosophers to cutting-edge scientists, this idea has fascinated and terrified some of the greatest minds in history. Stay with us until the end of this video, because we'll reveal a recent scientific theory that could forever change the way you see reality. Section 1: The concept of simulation. The idea of a simulated reality isn't new. It echoes one of humanity's oldest questions: what is real? The modern version, known as the simulation hypothesis, was popularized by The Matrix. But long before Neo took the red pill, philosophers like Plato and Descartes were already questioning whether the world around us might be just an illusion. In 2003, Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed something even more disturbing. If civilizations can create simulations indistinguishable from reality, then the odds of us living in the base reality are incredibly small. In fact, statistically, it's more likely we are inside a simulation than outside of it. Section 2: Bostrom's trilemma. Bostrom's trilemma is the core of the simulation hypothesis, formulated in 2003 by Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom, Oxford University. He doesn't directly claim we live in a simulation, but he lays out a logical argument where at least one of the three following statements must be true. Proposition 1. Most advanced civilizations in the universe become extinct before reaching the technological capacity to create reality simulations. This would imply that humanity will likely be destroyed before reaching such an advanced technological level. Proposition 2. Civilizations that reach an advanced technological level have no interest in creating reality simulations. In other words, even if they can, they might choose not to, whether for ethical reasons, lack of purpose, or resource constraints. Proposition 3. We almost certainly live in a simulation. If many advanced civilizations create billions of simulations, then statistically, it's far more likely that we are inside one of these simulations than in the real world. Bostrom's trilemma works as a probabilistic argument. If advanced civilizations are common and they create many realistic simulations, then the number of simulated beings would vastly outnumber biological beings. Therefore, the probability that we are simulated becomes extremely high. On the other hand, if we are not living in a simulation, then at least one of the first two propositions must be true. Either civilizations don't survive long enough to gain this capability, Proposition 1, or they simply don't want to create simulations, Proposition 2. Philosophical implications. The trilemma raises deep questions about 1. The nature of reality. How can we know if something is real or simulated? 2. The future of humanity. Will we survive long enough to become simulators, or are we just simulated beings? 3. The ethics and purpose of advanced beings that might be controlling us. Section 3: Strange clues in physics. Our universe behaves in ways that seem almost programmed. Take quantum physics. At the smallest scales, particles don't have defined states until they are observed. This bizarre observer effect has led some scientists to ask: is the universe only rendering what we look at, just like a video game saves processing power? Then there's Planck length, the smallest measurable unit of space. Could our universe be pixelated, like a cosmic screen with finite resolution? In 2012, physicist Silas Bean suggested we might find evidence of a simulation by studying cosmic rays. If they exhibit certain irregular patterns, they might reveal the underlying grid of our universe, like spotting pixels on a high-definition screen. Some also point to so-called matrix glitches as possible evidence, déjà vus, prophetic dreams, or even unexplainable errors in quantum physics. Could these be bugs in the system? In quantum physics, we see particles behaving strangely, as if they are rendered only when observed. And what about the speed of light? Could it be a kind of processing limit? Researchers have even proposed experiments to detect the pixels of reality. But not everyone agrees. Critics say a perfect simulation would require infinite energy, and there's no concrete evidence. Plus, why would anyone create a world with so much pain and chaos? Could those just be bugs in the system? Section 4, the technology paradox. Think about video games from the 1980s, simple, pixelated, almost primitive. Now compare them to today's hyper-realistic virtual reality worlds, so real we can almost feel them. If human technology continues to advance for just a few more centuries, we might create virtual worlds indistinguishable from reality. And if we can do this, what would stop a far older civilization or even an AI from having done it already? Section 5, philosophical roots. This idea isn't just science fiction, it has deep philosophical roots. Plato's allegory of the cave describes humans mistaking shadows for reality. Descartes asked, "How do I know that everything I perceive isn't being manipulated by an evil genius?" Today, that evil genius might not be a demon, but a superintelligent AI running a vast cosmic simulation. Section 6, the skeptics. Of course, many scientists argue that this theory is highly unlikely. Simulating an entire universe down to every particle and wave would require unimaginable computing power. A recent 2025 study concluded that simulating just Earth in realistic detail would be practically impossible with any known or theoretical technology. But others argue that, if the simulation only renders what is observed, like a game engine, the task may be far less impossible than we think. Section 7, New Evidence and Mind-Blowing Ideas. 7.1, The Law of Infodynamics. In 2025, physicist Melvin Bostrom from the University of Portsmouth proposed something radical: information itself might have mass and behave like physical matter. According to his second law of infodynamics, the universe seems to compress and optimize information over time, just like a computer program. 7.2, Gravity as an optimization process. Bostrom also suggests that gravity might not just be a fundamental force, but a mechanism to reduce informational complexity. Matter clumps together not only because of mass, but possibly to save processing resources, like a computer organizing files. 7.3, What does this mean? If information is the building block of reality, then our universe may be closer to code than to physical matter. It's as if the laws of physics aren't fundamental truths, but rules in a program. Section 8, the glitch theory. Some scientists, like Silas Bean, continue to search for glitches, anomalies in cosmic rays or subatomic particles that could reveal the underlying code. Imagine discovering a mathematical fingerprint proving that our universe is not continuous, but discretized, like pixels on a cosmic screen. Would that be the ultimate proof that we're inside the Matrix? Conclusion. So, what if everything, galaxies, stars, even you, is just part of a hyper-realistic simulation? And if that's true, who built it, and why? Are we part of an experiment, a game, or something beyond our imagination? I'll leave you with this question. Do you believe our universe is real, or are we just characters in a cosmic program? Remember this famous line from William Shakespeare, spoken by Hamlet. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember, the truth might be stranger than we could ever imagine. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe.